We are back, and now we will go on with our second interview segment. Jewelry design is a captivating art form that combines creativity, craftsmanship, and personal expression. It involves creating unique pieces using various materials, including precious metals, gemstones, and even unconventional materials. Jewelry designers often draw inspiration from nature, culture, and personal experiences to craft their designs. Let's welcome Amita Soni, jewelry designer. Hello and good morning.
Good morning to you too, and good morning to everyone else. And
we are happy to have you here in Good Morning Kuwait to talk about jewelry design, which is something very interesting for everyone. We need to know a lot of things. First of all, tell me, what inspired you to start the jewelry design?
Jewelry designing is like it's an inspiring thing because it's to craft something which is a variable joy. You know, it connects with you. It's a personal thing, and it's the gold is always alluring. It helps you in expressing yourself and stand out also.
Yeah. So how did you start that you stay and said, I want to make jewelry?
We have been into this business, like it's our ancestral business.
No.
So yeah, it is in our blood.
So something you were born with?
We were born with.
So you loved it?
From the start itself. The gold is into us.
Yes. Yes. Especially, we talked about gold. Now let's talk about the process of creating a design. This is something very artistic.
It is.
Of course, needs a lot of creativity. It's not easy. Tell us about the process.
I connect more with my customers, my clients, on one-to-one basis.
Yes.
You know, so when a customer comes and she says or he says that he wants something, I envision something for them, and they have something in their mind. We decide on it. Yes. Then we go forward in how to make it.
Even if you don't like it. Like they will tell you that I love this color, I want to do this.
I give them choices and I try to explain them that this is going to be possible. Sometimes some things are not possible to do also.
Even let me forget about the possible or not possible. I will ask you about, do you agree with everything that they told?
No.
Of course, 100%.
Yes.
So now let's talk about the materials that you use during the process. Aside from gold, what do you use?
There are gemstones, diamonds, pearls, many things that come into it.
So it's not easy to choose regular metals?
No.
They call it unprecious? I don't know the names.
Yes, like if you are talking about making something out of brass or, you know, like wood, it is possible. It's not a daily wearable thing.
Yes.
Gold, you wear it every day and it stays forever.
Yes. So you, of course, do designs of your own.
Yes.
So you do them and you show them to people. What trends do you think influence you lately?
More often it is simple designs, but which expresses more. Not the bulky ones which were from past. People have come into simple and very elegant thing.
Yes.
You know? So
especially the small things. These are simple. Simple but very valuable.
Very valuable.
So it's not easy to do it.
No.
So, is there any specific cultural aspect that influence you lately, like the Arab, the Indian, the Chinese, the Japanese? I don't know, a lot of things.
Culture is a very powerful force.
Yes.
And yes, it does affect everyone and it does influence everyone. I believe the Kuwaiti culture has, you know, the beautiful Arabic calligraphy.
Yeah.
You know, it can work out beautifully with anything, the geometry, the designs and all. Whereas in Indian, you see the flowers, the motifs, which have been in past also and still now. It just interconnects. We have a very good relation in those things.
This region is similar.
Similar.
Because of the trade used to be in all days.
Exactly.
So everyone is similar, but it's different, of course.
It is different, but it's similar also. So it has its own stance at every time.
Of course. Yes. Now let's talk about the quality. How do you ensure the quality of your craftsmanship? Because this is something, let me give you an example. If you have the materials and they worth this amount of money, how much do you think the worth of the craftsmanship?
Yes.
of yours.
That is very important. Depends on what type of work you are doing, how intricate the work is, how
Yes.
long the time it's going to take. These all things do matter. We have a workshop of our own over
Yeah.
here. So it's on piece by piece, we check on everything
Yeah.
from the start. As soon as we design, me and my husband, we both are into it. So he is a very good craftsman himself.
Yeah.
So he has good collections of people, you could say craftsmen,
Yeah.
who are into this. It's a family business for them also, like they have been taught to do all the things.
So you work for the reputation, because when you do something, you do it for
is
your
very
family
important.
heritage.
Yes,
Yes.
it is very important. So it does not matter whether the time is less or more, or do I finish up with the quality matters too much for me.
Yes, I remember I did something. I was in India, actually, in
Uh-huh.
Agra, and I went to a place and I asked for a stone. I asked for a blue stone. This is my story. It's not
Yeah.
in the question.
Okay.
I will tell you. Tell me, how do you think? I said I love the blue color, and
Okay.
he brought me a blue stone. I said small because
Uh-huh.
I want it to be not very expensive. And I said I love the sea, and he did a sea drop, which is the water drop, and it was really beautiful. He covered the stone in the edges with the silver, and he made it like a bracelet.
Okay.
At least it's a manly bracelet. So
Yeah.
do you think he did it actually in 2 hours?
Okay.
Is that the process? Now let's talk about how long it takes for a good piece.
For a good piece, this is all on designs. What you asked was for a very simple design.
Simple design, yes.
And you had everything in your, like you already had decided how do you want it.
Yeah.
You gave the shape. You gave the size. So this
color.
all things, the color.
Yeah.
So these all things, yes, it can be done within 2 hours, and because it's silver. Silver is more malleable than gold.
Yeah, okay.
So it is faster to make it, but yeah, you have to have a good quality. That's the thing.
What is the average of one piece longevity? Like how long? How long do you make one piece, especially if it's very complicated?
Very complicated can take around 5 to 6 days also.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what. It depends on how you work and what's the design. Everything is different. A simple name necklace, let's say, could take around 2 days to do it. From scratch, like that is make a design, then do the cutting, then polishing, then fixing diamonds or something as such.
Then I think my piece was original. I took the time to ask about my piece. Now let's talk about your jewelry.
Yes.
What inspired you to merge the Indian and Kuwaiti styles together in your jewelry?
I have been in Kuwait for a long time. I am working with most of the Kuwaitis, so definitely I have to work with their taste. So I see their taste, and then I mix up a bit of my taste in it, and it comes out as a design which mixes both of the cultures and makes both me and the customer happy. It's actually customer related.
Yes.
She has to be happy or he has to be happy.
Yes.
That's the end deal of the whole
Yes.
thing.
I think,
and when,
I think a huge part of our culture is related to India.
Yes.
When we used to travel there and trade,
Exactly.
and we took some of the words, some of the language.
Yes.
So now there are features and characteristics about Kuwaiti and Indian culture.
Yes.
Tell me about these characteristics.
The Kuwaiti culture belongs to, like you could say, the heritage is very, very rich.
Yes.
So it has, and it involves luxury. You know, when you take a piece, it means luxury. That's the main.
We
thing.
love luxury. Yeah.
That is the meaning of Kuwait. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And when you go for the Indian thing, it's the ancestry, the history. They want to mix that with the modern thing. So there are motifs which makes up both of the things together and makes up the design.
And this is something we have the advantage of having you here in Kuwait. You said for a long time. Of course, we welcome you here in Kuwait.
Thank
and
you very
I
much.
learned that your son was born here in Kuwait.
Yes,
so
sir.
he's like he's a Kuwaiti.
You could say,
yeah. So these things that they will influence your work constantly.
Yes.
About the regions of Kuwait, let's say that the GCC countries, Iran, and countries like that. What influence do you think it will have in your craftsmanship?
Quite a much. Quite a lot. See, like all the GCC countries are actually as one, we could say. They have their own culture, and it does affect. There's some beautiful things that is in Iran. There's beautiful things that is in Saudi, Bahrain, you know, it all has its own personality.
And actually, it's very complicated for you because you're from India. India is a big country.
Exactly.
They have different cultural designs.
Yes.
So do you have a specific design, or you are one India?
One Indian.
So you don't have a specific
No, because I love to have everything together. I don't like to regionize it.
Yeah.
You know?
So this is why. I remember when I was in India, I saw the different cultures, but I can assure you that they are the same people. Yeah. Very kind and welcoming.
Thank you.
And we welcome you here in Kuwait. Good morning, Kuwait. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. That was Amita, Soni jewelry designer. And now we go to a quick break and continue Good Morning Kuwait. Stay with us.